So, welcome to your online training. And the first question really I'd like to ask is, how would you like to create and own your very own online educational business? A dream where you get your own students automatically every month earning a lot more than what any employer or platform would ever pay you. In fact, I would go as far to say as you could get students almost every week, sometimes every day. Now, unlike many course creators, I know this is true because I have done it and still continue to do it. In fact, I've done it numerous times with different educational businesses, which I kind of merge into one great big one now. And this training is going to give you an introduction into how you can do the same. Now, I guess first of all, you're going to want some proof. So I'm going to give you some very recent data from January 25th, 2019, up until January the 20th, 2020. So this is a screenshot of the amount of followers this particular Facebook business page that I have grew. So it grew to 6,612 followers in that time. So December 25th to January 21st isn't even a full month. And you can see right down the bottom, on the bottom left, 6,612 followers. And I've converted many of those followers into my clients and for one of my services. And this is just one part of the revenue that this educational business brings me. So let's do the maths. 6,612 followers multiplied by 19.99 gives us a wonderful total of 132,173.88 pence to be precise. Or I guess you could say dollars if you wanted to, but mine's in pounds. And the best bit is this figure is per month. That's right, per month. This is my monthly subscription. Wow. Yep, you can sit there and make that face. That's cool. I don't mind. So I guess you're asking yourself, how is that possible? Well, the first step in achieving this, in particular in going from a poorly paid ESL platform teacher or an overworked, most probably undervalued classroom teacher to a teacherpreneur, is in the aspect of mindset. The first step is mindset. And by that, I mean stop calling your students students. Call them clients. Think of them like clients and treat them like clients, and then you're going to start to have a business. This is going to be your first stepping stone that will also help you get set up with your own teaching business. For the simple fact that students attend classes when the teacher is paid by someone else, a school, a platform. Clients are when you are paid directly for the goods and services that you provide. And the vast difference between the two is this. Okay? So when you change the mindset from students to clients, you start to create a direct and a very different relationship between you and the client directly to that of teachers with students, and how you're going to be able to learn how you pivot and supercharge that direct relationship within the marketing that you're taught in the Teacherpreneurs is absolutely key to being successful. Direct is good because you can attract people directly to become your clients. You do this by standing out to them and offering them something unique that also offers them value. And if you're a teacher, this shouldn't be too much of a problem because teachers are kind of fastidious about getting things right and creating value. It's within the profession of being a good teacher. And this is the first step in acquiring your clients, and the step that most teachers who want to be independent don't do. And this is why they end up looking like picture B to their students. Just another cog in a machine, identical in almost every way to all the other cogs or all the other teachers in the great big machine of education. How many bookings do you think the teacher in picture B gets compared to picture A? If you were a client, would you be more attracted to picture A or picture B? Would you be able to identify more with a teacher in picture A or picture B? It's not too difficult, is it? I can't believe how some people get this bit so wrong. I think it's quite clear. Okay, now, firstly, I don't find clients, they find me. And I know that might sound really weird, so just stay with me on this one because all will become clear. But I'm able to do that because of the system that I have created, the evolution system, the Teacherpreneur evolution system. And I've created that through lots of different processes that I've kind of thought out, tried, tested, and integrated over time. And they kind of look a little bit like this. I've taken all the details out so that, for the sake of the training, it's a lot simpler. But I'm going to try breaking it down even further. Okay, so it kind of works like this. It's like a trilogy, a pillar of 3, okay? I am the service, and I have then been able to duplicate myself through the different products and services that I create. The different products and services which I know my clients buy from me and continue to buy from me because they know, like, and trust me. And that all becomes possible because of the direct relationship that I create with them. And I market very much so in a unique way. I don't do what everyone else is doing. I break the boundaries of what everyone else is doing or trying to do, and that's even top marketers. I do that because I look at marketing in a different way to many people. I look at marketing as purely communicating my message. And when you do that, or you try to do that, you become unique. Your content becomes unique, your energy becomes unique, and that's more attractive to a client. It's more relatable, and actually it's more likable because they can kind of say to themselves, this isn't the same as that other person or that other teacher or that other marketer, and it's more appealing. And because of that, the value of my content to my client is worth a lot more. And to me, it means I pay very little on advertising because my content does the work that advertising does for me. Let's have a little look where most online teachers are at, or what they do. So most online teachers teach for platforms, or they try and step outside of the ring and go and work for freelance websites which are as saturated as the ESL platforms. Then quite often online teachers try to double up or triple up and try and work for a few ESL platforms to get the kind of standard 3 or 4 hours if you're working with Asia fully booked. And on top of that, so they can become more appealing or think they're more appealing to the platforms and in the hope of getting more bookings, they kind of devalue themselves by accepting to teach for $2 an hour up to $20 an hour. And I know this is true because I've done this. I didn't work for $2 an hour, but I have worked for $20 an hour. That's teaching full classes. That's teaching prestigious educational programs. I have the degree. I'm a native speaker, and I'm still being paid a little bit more than a checkout assistant in a supermarket. Often as well, especially ESL teachers lose their pay rate bonus due to unfair policies. If they don't do something right, they lose their bonus, which actually constitutes the majority of the time their hourly rate. So it means by the hour or by the lesson, they're paid even less than what they would have been before. Most online teachers have no yearly salary increase, no holiday pay and no pension pay. They don't get sick leave, maternal or paternal leave because they are contracted as a self-employed person. They don't have any employee rights, yet they're treated like employees. Sometimes they have bookings, sometimes they have very little or no bookings. And lots have to do free training and free trial lessons in the hope that they get more bookings. Some have tried to freelance but failed because most of the time it's oversaturated, or you're expected to work or teach for even less than an ESL platform. And some have thought social media marketing was just about posting posts with little or no credible strategy, which ended up in a big fat zero. And others have created a website and had few or no visitors, which results in even less paying clients. Each month, you look at your salary and you think, what else can I cut back on in my life to make this salary go further? You don't see your friends and families much because most weekends you have to work, as that is when ESL platforms are the busiest. Is this resonating? I've done this. You sometimes wonder why studying like you did for years as a teacher pays you now so little and offers you so little job security and financial freedom. It's sad, isn't it? Especially when you love teaching. Now, be honest, is this your reality? Well, welcome. I'm Alison McRobbie. I am a teacherpreneur. I'm a specialist teacher of languages and award-winning author for educational resources and your business coach. My mission is to empower teachers to be successful in starting their own online teaching business, getting back the power, getting back the respect, getting back the future. I'm going to show you 3 possible solutions, well, absolute solutions. The solution that I found that pays me more than any employer or platform could do, why niche is complete nonsense, and my 3 times over proven system that will help you start your own online business. So if you're looking to start your online teaching business, improve your income drastically, secure yourself a better and more promising future, and learn from someone that has actually done this and who can also show and support you at all steps, you're in the right place. Soon you will be able to forget about counting the dollars or the pounds or whatever currency you're in at the end of each month just to meet your general budget. You're going to stop feeling undervalued, overworked, underpaid, and not professionally respected. You're going to have to stop dressing and feeling like a clown each day teaching English just to avoid a client complaint. Yep, I've been there, I've done it. You're going to be able to stop getting up in the middle of the night just to meet a foreign schedule that completely and totally interrupts your own and controls the schedule of your family. And you're going to be able to forget policies that just cripple any rights you should really get. Does this sound familiar? Now, remember who you are. You're a professional teacher who has worked and studied for many years to get a degree. You are someone that is positively contributing to the world of education. You are an academic that has the ability to achieve more than getting paid a maximum of $20 an hour. So let's start. Now, first of all, I want to just settle this thing about niche markets. Okay, let's just look at the word niche. Now, what is this a picture of? Quiche. This is my bugbear. The first thing is the word niche, that most people pronounce wrong when they actually mean niche. And that's probably because it was a marketing guru who thought, I know, how can we get people to buy more of whatever it is that they were trying to sell? Oh, let's try and make it sound super special and call it niche. Niche is spelt like quiche. We don't say kitsch, do we? We say quiche. And any linguist will tell you that this is pronounced niche and not niche. So, moving on with the niche. When you teach English, think about how you would normally think about assessing a client for their first lesson. Think about niche and think about how you would assess them. What would be your first level of assessment? Would it be to determine whether they are a lawyer, an accountant, a dentist, or a doctor? No. Now, lots of people say, oh yeah, you'll earn more by targeting those niches because they need higher level English. This is totally wrong. These types of clients already have excellent education. That's why they are lawyers, accountants, dentists, and doctors. And because they are lawyers, accountants, dentists, and doctors, they earn a good salary. So they have the financial resources to pay for top private tutors to be at their beck and call, to come to their office or their home whenever they want, because it's to convenience them, not you. So when you target niche categories like this, what you actually do is you reduce your ability to reach more clients and you therefore reduce your potential income. Now, most teachers assess their clients by their level of English, not what job they do. Am I right? You assess your clients by their levels: beginner, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, high level, advanced, or beyond. Now, how do you differentiate yourself from other teachers and platforms so that clients choose you and your products? How do you do that? Here are some huge platforms that teach English. How do you think you're going to be able to cut a small piece of the pie? Well, quite simply, if you engage people, you differentiate yourself as a leader, as Mark Miller says. And this is what you have to do to become a teacherpreneur. Now, I start doing this through my strategies that I create with social media. And to give you some proof of that, I'm not revealing my post, but you can all see that that's me, my bottom half of my chin. Every single post that I post actually on my page, I get a message: this post is performing better than 95% of other posts on your page, or 90% or 85%. And if you look at the stats, one post will reach 163,000 people. 19,000 people, 19.2 thousand people engage with my posts. Over 5,000 people share it. So this is what I was talking about earlier when I said I create good content, and that content then starts working for me. In fact, it works so well that Facebook tried to get me to boost it. And on lots of my campaigns, I've had calls from the marketing department in Facebook that have had a little bit of a snoop around on my advertising platform and kind of said, well, how did you do this? Here is a further example: 163,000 people reached, over nearly 25,000 almost engaged with my post. That's a huge percentage. 11,500 people watched everything all the way through. This is massive. Now, learning how to create social media strategies that do this are within the Teacherpreneur program. And I will teach you how to reach your clients so they know exactly where you are and, most importantly, who you are. Now, in order to offer more value to my clients, I offer them a course. And inside of my course, I have more things, more products, more services at different levels of English that I customize. And that is how I differentiate myself from other teachers. This is my base revenue. This creates my base revenue. And it is already a lot more than what ESL platforms would or could ever pay me. And to be honest, a lot of what I write for my own course, I had to do anyway for free when I was working for the ESL platforms, because the lesson plans, quite honestly, are so deplorable. So in order to offer more value to my clients, I offer a course. And inside of my course, I have the different levels of English customized, the low levels or the beginners, the intermediate and the advanced. And inside of that course, I have other elements which give even more value to the client, which also continues to differentiate me from other teachers whilst providing super value and a certain specialism to my clients that they can't find anywhere else. And this creates my base revenue, which is already a lot more than what lots of other platforms could or would pay me. And to be honest, a lot of what I write for myself, I had to do anyway for free when I worked for platforms, because the lesson plans were so thin, or I had to change the theme within the lesson quite often just to avoid a client complaint, because the client didn't want to learn about whatever it was that the lesson plan was telling me I had to teach. So what is stopping you from achieving the same? Now, a lot of teachers think that they cannot do this because they know little of marketing or have tried and failed, or they do not know how to improve their monthly income whilst growing their online teaching business. A lot of teachers have tried offering free trial lessons, trying the kind of email thing, where you're, sequence emails, posting every day on social media, going to network events, joining Facebook groups. And after that, they wonder why it isn't working. And it's simple. It's because you're using the wrong marketing model and the wrong strategy for a solopreneur. You're not a huge company, you're not a huge platform. Big companies do this, and they are successful in using that particular strategy because they have two things that you don't. The first thing they have is pretty much an endless pit of money and financial resources, which give them other resources. They also have a very small army or large army of teachers that will work for very little and who can be replaced very easily, very quickly. When you work for a platform, you are completely dispensable at any moment, but, and this is a big but, as a result of operating like this, the one thing that is often affected in huge marketing companies, or the huge marketing element of companies that provide educational resources or lessons or platforms, is that this actually affects the quality of their product, their material, their lesson plans, their lack of individuality, as they merge into the blindfold of being just another huge competitor. Clients tire of this. This is why so many companies have to offer free classes, free trial classes. And this will be your strength here. This is what's going to empower you. So how do you do it? Firstly, you need to choose the right target audience. And once you've done that with the right message, you offer them super value at an incredible price. Now, lots of people do this. They identify who their audience is, then they create a program with courses or lessons, and then they market it. I don't do that. I identify who my audience is, I market to them, and I listen to them, and I listen to what they say, what they want, and that determines the type of program or course that I write. So I kind of reverse engineer it, if you like, because at the end of the day, if you're not identifying your audience's needs, you're not going to be able to create products and services that they want, so they're not going to pay you for them. It's kind of quite simple, really, when you look at it like that. But if you don't get the first two steps, you won't get the third one right. And then, of course, there is the fourth one, which is the gift that just keeps on giving: automation. Automation is really, after you've created and integrated all of this, you need to automate it, because you're just one person. You don't want to start paying loads of administrators and accountants and this and that. You need to know how to do it all yourself. Now, my system does all of this. Everything. Absolutely everything. From the website, to the marketing, to the virtual classroom, to the booking system, to the payment system, to the course. It does the whole shebang, all in one. Now, this is why the Teacherpreneur Evolution course makes things so easy when you want to go, start your own business. Now, instead of wasting your time or money on trying to find the right combination, I can show you the one that works. I know it works because I've done it, and I continue to do it. Like that, you're going to have your own students. You're going to have the ability to grow your own income, something that you can control. You can decide whether or not you're going to give yourself a pay rise. You can decide things like that. You will be able to learn and understand and use about the many different facets of online, digital and social media marketing. And you need to learn how to do this and do it well, because it is the only way that you're going to be able to get students online, people that don't know you. This is the only way you're going to be able to do it. And you're going to be able to create an online independent business that you can depend upon, grow and manage in just a few hours a week. And the best part is that you're going to be happier, and you're going to have a lifestyle that allows you to see your friends and family and more, whilst you create and enjoy a business that evolves and keeps on evolving to support your full potential. Isn't that amazing? Now, the types of teachers I work with currently are teachers who work for online companies and want to get their own private students, teachers who are working in schools and want to create their own online teaching business, teachers that have had to take leave due to starting a family and they kind of couldn't afford childcare and all the rest of it, teachers that want to work with a proven system created by a teacher and not a quick buck, flip it marketer, or teachers who want continued support and advice to help them get the results that they want and need to be fully independent. These are the types of people that I will work with. So if this is you, if you fall into one of those categories or a few of those categories, and you want to achieve, working for yourself with a real online teaching business, then join the Teacherpreneurs. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, 30 minutes. I hope that's enlightened you a little bit. Now, I just want to point out that I do really support everybody that goes through my program. So because of that, I only run it once a month so that I am here to help. And also I do this alongside running my own teaching business. So I only take on a few teachers each month. So if you really want to start crushing it now by earning more than you will ever earn with an ESL platform, join the Teacherpreneurs. You know what to do, hit the button, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.